Hey guys, welcome to episode 8. I hope you're having a fantastic December so far. This year for Edmonton, Alberta, it's been a wonderful winter. The last few years have been so cold and winters have been so long because the snow usually starts to fall around October. And so it definitely drags on the winter time. But this year, it actually just really started snowing today. There's been a couple of snowfalls here and there, but nothing has stuck. And it's been really great weather. And so this winter, I've just been absolutely enjoying it. And I just honestly can't believe how close we are to the end of the year. I just feel like the last few months just flew on by. They were honestly just a blur. So it's crazy to think that we're going to be in 2024 so soon. So, in today's episode, we'll be talking about the Christmas and holiday season. Naturally, this season should feel festive and joyous and all about celebrating together. But for some reason, the holiday season also tends to be one of the most stressful times for a lot of people. So, I want to talk about how to get away from all the stress and the chaos during this time and share some practices that have really helped keep me grounded. Before we begin, I would like to ask you for a big favor. If you can just spare 10 seconds and follow and subscribe to this show, it would mean so much to me. My goal with this podcast is to be able to reach and connect with as many of you as I can. And by following this show, you are bringing me one step closer to being able to reach and help others. Thank you so much for following my show. And let's dive deep in how to remove the stress and pressure this holiday season. Hi, I'm Vanessa Torres, and welcome to my podcast. Over the years, I've navigated through the highs and lows of life, rebuilt my life alongside my husband and two daughters when we left beautiful British Columbia and had to start from scratch in search of a better life for our family. I've struggled to find my own identity outside of being a wife and a mother. And like me, there's so many of us that are trying to find our purpose, have a voice, and simply try to be the best versions of ourselves. Join me on this journey to discover and become that woman you can be proud of. We'll peel back the curtains and discuss topics on lifestyle, marriage, motherhood, walking in our faith, and what it takes to reach the other side of fear, and so much more. Think of me as your girl, having a glass of wine and deep diving on meaningful, raw, and unscripted conversations. This is the place where you can be fierce, bold, and unapologetic. This is That Woman Podcast. So, one of the first things you want to do as you head into this time of the year is to set your intention. You need to approach this time with intentionality and ask yourself, what do you want to get out of this season? Most people, I think, just kind of go into it blindly, but that's exactly how you end up feeling stressed and overwhelmed by what's happening around you. For me, one of the intentions I set is that I want to be calm and at peace this holiday season. I am going to let go and let God. I used to get very worked up because of work and the busyness of what my work entails. If you don't know already, I work in retail management for Sephora, one of the, if not the busiest, fastest retail companies there is. I would get very stressed and overwhelmed because I felt so consumed by my work that I didn't have time to do anything or prepare for anything. And I would be doing everything so last minute, which, as it is, I hate doing. I really do not like being rushed or feeling rushed. But I decided to change that this year and let go of all the chaos, set an intention, and allow things to take its own natural course. So, my intention for this holiday season is to be calm and at peace with myself and with everything else that goes on around me. You can't always change the things around you, but you can choose how you react to the things around you. Another thing I changed this year is I wanted to focus on how I want to feel this season. How do you want to feel? I want to feel present and connected. I've always been someone that loves Christmas, and it's always been one of my favorite times of the year. But I remember even last Christmas, I felt so disconnected and disengaged. I was dragging my feet to even put up the Christmas tree and start decorating when normally that's something I can't wait to do with my kids. And I started thinking the reason why I think I felt so disconnected is because I wasn't focusing on what actually mattered. I was just letting myself drown in the noise of commercialism and absorbing all this toxic energy around me. Working in the retail industry has opened up a whole nother side of people you get to see. And I'm sad to say it's not pretty. People get consumed by the smallest and insignificant things that after a while it really begins to affect you because you're surrounded by that stress, and if you're not careful, that's all you're going to be absorbing. That's exactly what happened to me. I was letting myself be consumed by negative, stressful, and overwhelming energy that would leave me feeling so depleted by the end that it took away the joy I once used to feel around Christmas time. So, aside from setting my intention this year, I started focusing on what the true meaning around this time of year is and what message it brings. The message of Christmas is very timeless because the true message of Christmas is about Jesus. It's about the birth of God's Son. Now, you don't have to be Christian, Catholic, or a religious person for you to be able to take away something of value from this message because the birth of Jesus represents something. It represents hope, love, and joy. And that's the message that has been lost over time. Now it's all about shopping and spending money and what's the best gift you can get or give. We are focused on materialism and the stress of having to buy all these gifts for people that you don't even really know that well, even if it means going broke or going into debt, just because that's what the rest of society has been brainwashed to do. No wonder people are miserable and cranky and flat out Grinches just walking around getting mad at everyone because we are not focused on what truly matters. And so I made it my mission this year to take it all back and focus on feeling present and connected with my loved ones. And I don't care about anything else. Another way I'm removing the stress and pressure this year is by taking a break. Normally, I'm the one that will host big special days at my house, like Thanksgiving or Christmas, and will invite friends and family. But this year, as of right now, I have no plans for Christmas or New Year's, which, if anyone knows me, they would probably think something's wrong. They would probably ask me if I'm okay because I normally love that. I love to host. I love to have those gatherings and have friends and family over. But I am not making any plans at all this year. I am truly taking a break, and I can't tell you how good that feels. It's not that I don't enjoy celebrating with my friends and the rest of my family, but I just wanted to simplify things this year. When you have all these plans for Christmas, or for example, you are the one hosting, I find that there's that stress and rush to make sure your house is clean, make sure you have all the food prepped and ready to go. And being the host also means you have to make sure you are entertaining your guests, which I find takes that time away from actually dedicating to my daughters and my husband. And so that's what led me to take a break from it all this year. And if that means that all I'm going to do is bake and watch Christmas movies all day, be in my PJs all day and not go anywhere and just be with my family, then I am more than happy and okay with that. I don't even remember the last time I baked. And doing that with my kids brings me so much joy and just sitting with them, playing games, watching movies. And so I really just want to challenge you to try that and try and take a break this season. The last thing I'll share is about setting your boundaries. Aside from the chaos the holidays can bring, there's also that added pressure of social gatherings and events that we feel we have to attend. So, this is the time to set some healthy boundaries. Some examples of that could be choosing how and who you want to spend your Christmas with. I kind of talked about that a little bit just now. Saying no to events or gatherings you truly don't want to go to instead of saying yes because you feel like you have to. By setting those boundaries and staying consistent with them, we will be able to have more time to focus on what you want to be doing. You'll have less stress over trying to please everyone, and you'll feel less overwhelmed and anxious. So, just to do a very quick recap on what I talked about today, make sure you set an intention for yourself this season. Focus on how you want to feel. Give yourself a break this holiday season and remember to set your boundaries. On a final note, too, I just wanted to just remind everybody on the importance of being kind. Working in the retail industry, it's very hard, especially around this time. And anybody that's worked in retail, customer service, fast food, you know how difficult it is. And you are just wanting to help people and you want to do your job, but it doesn't make it easy when you have people that are just yelling at you and getting mad at you because you're out of stock on something, which is obviously out of your control. And so I just really wanted to give that reminder on just remember to be kind. Even just asking the cashier next time that you see them to say, hey, how's your day going so far? Oh, I hope that you have a really nice day. You have no idea how those kind words go such a long way, especially if all who we're doing is getting yelled at and just have people that are cranky and getting angry because they can't find what they need or they're shopping last minute. And so I just please want to remind you, just remember to leave a kind word for anyone that you come across this year, whether it's at the grocery store, whether it's at the shopping mall. You can really help to turn around somebody's day just by asking them how they're doing. I really hope that this episode was able to help and empower you to go into the next few weeks with new intentions and with joy in your heart, and that you are surrounded by the things that fill your cup until it runneth over instead of emptying it. And if you're an Oprah fan, I hope you caught that. If you know, you know. Thank you so much for joining me today on this quick episode of how to remove the stress and pressure this holiday season. And until the next episode, keep on striving to be that woman you can be proud of. We finished already? Where did the time go? If you want more, be sure to follow this podcast so you can receive new episodes right when they're released. I'm curious, what was your biggest takeaway from this episode? What resonated with you the most? I'd love for you to let me know by leaving a review. Reviews let this platform know that amazing listeners like you enjoy the show. You can also come hang out with me on Instagram at Miss Vanessa Torres or at that.womanpodcast. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week.